Hello friends, today we will see merge sort. Merge sort is a most respected algorithm. I am saying it most respected because it provides order of n log n time complexity even in worst case. And if you remember, selection, insertion, bubble and quicksort algorithms provide order of n square time complexity into their worst cases, and order of n log n is very better than order of n square. Merge sort is a divide and conquer algorithm. Divide and conquer means it takes a big problem and recursively divides that big problem into some solvable small subproblems. I mean, it divides big problem into subproblems until that subproblem is not converted into a solvable problem. Like here, these subproblems will get divided and will get solved. After solving each and every small problem, we will combine it again and then we will get solution. The core part of merge sort is procedure merge. Merging is a process of combining two sorted lists into a single sorted list, and this merge procedure we use in our merge sort algorithm. Suppose we have two sorted arrays A and B. I am going to compare one element from A and one element from B. Whichever is small, I am going to copy that element into C. Now compare A of I with B of J. A of I is less than B of J. So the condition is if A of I is less than B of J, we are going to copy A of I into C of K. And we are going to increment I and J accordingly. Here A of I is less than B of J, so copy 1 from A to C and increment I. Now I have copied 1 which was smaller from A to C and incremented I. Now I is pointing to next element of A, and the element which we have copied, I am going to mark it with green background like 1 here. Now we will compare 6 with 5. So B of J is less, so we will copy 5 into C and increment J accordingly. I have copied 5 because it was less than 6, so I have copied 5 from B to C and incremented J as well. And whenever we will copy any element from these two arrays to C, after that we will increment K as well. Now we will compare 6 and 8. So 6 is smaller, so it will move from A to C. Now I have moved 6 from A to C. After that we have to increment I and K as well. Now I and K got incremented. Next we will compare 14 and 8. 8 is smaller, so it will move into C of K and J will get incremented. Now 8 got copied from B to C and J and K got incremented. Now next selected is 11 and 14. We will compare 11 with 14. So 11 is smaller, so 11 will go into C of K. Now after 11 is moved, J and K got incremented. Next AI and BJ will get compared, and 14 is less than 16, so 14 will move into C of K from A of I, and after that I and K will get incremented. So here 14 is moved and I and K got incremented. Now it will compare 19 and 16, so 16 is lesser, so 16 will move from B of J to C of K. After moving 16, J and K will get incremented. Now J and K got incremented. Here we can see that all elements from B is finished, but there is still two elements left in array A. So what we will do in this situation, We will simply copy these remaining elements into our final array. Here I have copied 19 and 24 which was remaining elements into our final array C. Similarly, K will also get incremented. Let's dive into the actual implementation of merge procedure. Here I have written the code of merge procedure. This is taking two sorted array A, B, and the length of first sorted array means length of A is m and length of B is n. Here I have declared three variables I equal to 0, j equal to 0, k equal to 0. These are I, j and k which we have initialized here. So this is the condition where we have seen that if a of I is less than b of j, we are simply copying that a of I into c of k, and if it is not, we are simply copying b of j into c of k, and simply we are incrementing k, I and j correspondingly. So this while loop will run until I is less than m or j is less than n. This is the condition which terminates the loop whenever the elements got finished in. After terminating this while loop, if there is any element left into arrays, we are going to simply copy those elements into C of k. So these for loops are written. If we have some elements left, then simply copy those into array of C. So this is all about procedure merge. So let's see how we can implement this merge procedure into our merge sort. Working of merge sort. Suppose we have this unsorted array and we will perform merge sort on it. L and R are the indexes of corresponding cells. So this is the implementation of merge sort. We have seen the L and R, which are the first and last elements position in the array, in the unsorted array. And if L will be less than R, we are going to find a mid, that is L plus R by 2, and we are going to recursively call this merge sort from L to mid, and again this merge sort from mid plus 1 to R. And after these two recursive calls, we are going to call our merge procedure which we have seen previously, and we are going to pass array L, mid and R into that merge procedure. Now mid will split this array from middle, so we will get sub array of 4 elements into left part and another sub array of these 4 elements into right part. After first split, we have these 4 elements 36, 26, 42, 3 in left part and 9, 82, 10 and 11 in right part. So this array will also get splitted into two elements, and we will get 36, 26 in left part and 42 and 3 in right part. Now again 36 and 26 will get splitted into one element. We have got single 36 and 26. Merge sort considers single element is sorted in itself. So we have got a sorted list here. Now here comes merge procedure. Now 36 and 26 will get merged. So to merge these two elements, the merge sort applies merging algorithm, merge procedure, which we have seen previously. So in merge procedure, we have seen that whichever will be the smaller element will get first place into the resulted array. So 26 will come first and 36 will go later. After that, merge sort will call these 42 and 3 subarray, and it will get splitted into these into two single elements 42 and 3. Now we got 42 and 3, and merge procedure will be applied on these two lists. So after applying merge procedure, we will get 3 first and 42 next. So here we got 3 first and 42 next. Now we have two sorted lists. First one is 26 36 and second one is 3 and 42. Merge procedure will take these two and it perform merging operation. When we will perform merge procedure on these two sorted lists, we will get 3, 26, 36 and 42 in an array of length 4 like this. After this, merge sort will call this subarray. Now this right subarray will get splitted into two halves. So first half will now it gets splitted into two halves, and the first half will contain 982 and second half will contain 10 and 11. 9 and 82 will get divided into single elements like this. We got 9 and 82 separately. So here 9 and 82 are separately considered as a sorted list. So we have two sorted lists, so we can perform procedure merge on it. After performing procedure merge on it, we will get 9 and 82 as a resulted list. So here we have 9 and 82 as a sorted list. Again merge sort will recursively call on this subarray 10 and 11. So it will get splitted into two single lists. One will contain 10 and other will contain 11. 10 and 11 is separate now. Now we have two sorted lists here. Merge procedure will get applied and it will merge these two lists into a single sublist which will contain 10 and 11. So here we get a sorted list of 10 and 11. Now we have two sorted lists 982 and 1011. So merge procedure will got applied on these two sorted lists. So 9 will be compared with 10 and 9 is smaller, so 9 will come here, and after that 82 will get compared with 10, so 10 will get here, and after that 11 will be compared with 82, so 11 in the last we will get 82, so we will get finally an array of 9, 11, 10 and 82. After performing merge procedure on these two sorted lists, we will get 9, 10, 11 and 82 as a sorted sublist. Now we have two sorted lists 3, 26, 36, 42 and 9, 10, 11 and 82. Again merge procedure will get applied on these two sorted lists and then we will get final result. 3 will get compared to 9, so 3 is lesser, so we will get 3 in final result. Now 26 and 9 will be compared. 9 is smaller than 26, so 9 will come first into the sorted list. Next 26 and 10 will get compared. 10 is smaller, so 10 will come into the resulted list. Now 26 and 11 will get compared. 11 is smaller, so it will come into the result. So 11 will come into the resulted array. Next we will compare 26 and 82. 26 is lesser, so 26 will come into the resulted array. Now next it will compare 36 and 82. So 36 is less, so it will come into resulted array. Next 42 and 82 will be compared and 42 will come into resulted array. Now only 82 is left, so it will come into the resulted array. Now we got this sorted array. So this is how merge sort works and how merge procedure helps to sort sub-arrays into merge sort. Complexity analysis of merge sort. This is the code of merge sort. So if we consider that it is taking tn of time, we have seen that our whole problem of size n is getting divided into two sub problems of size n by 2 and n by 2, and after that we are going to merge n elements in merge procedure. For that, it will take order of n. The recurrence relation we will get is Tn is equal to 2Tn by 2 plus n. If we solve this 2Tn by 2 plus n with Master's theorem, we will get order of n log n. So no matter whatever the arrangement of inputs in merge sort, it will perform all its steps, and in each and every case it will give order of n log n complexity, whether it is best case or average case or worst case. In all cases it provides order of n log n time complexity. Merge sort preferred for sorting linked lists over quicksort. If we have to sort linked lists, merge sort is preferred because merge sort accesses data sequentially and the need of the random access is low. We know that in arrays we can do random access. In arrays we can do random access as elements are continuous in memory. If we can access ith element in array directly by calculating the address with this formula, and quicksort requires a lot of this kind of random access, while we cannot do this kind of random access in linked lists because that lists are not combined like arrays. So this kind of in array we can do this kind of random access, and this kind of random access is lot required a lot in quicksort, but we cannot perform this kind of random access in linked list. And if we perform quicksort on linked list, so increase overhead for quicksort. This is the reason why we apply merge sort while sorting linked lists, and generally it is preferred to apply quicksort when we have to sort arrays. Merge sort is used for large size lists. We can sort millions of records efficiently by using merge sort, and it is also used for linked list, and multiple linked list can be sorted efficiently without using extra space. That is why it is preferable for linked lists. And merge sort can work on external merging for large data sets, and it is a stable sorting algorithm. Stable sorting algorithm means it maintains the order of identical elements in output array as well. One disadvantage of merge sort is it needs extra space, so it is not in place sorting. It is slow for small data sets. For small data sets, no matter how arrangement of your input array, merge sort is going to perform each and every step. So that is why it is considered as slow for small data sets. So this is all about merge sort. Thanks for watching.